After months of delays in negotiations, Hillsborough County Commissioners approved a framework agreement to help bring the Rays to Tampa. While supporters are calling it a major step forward to bringing a new ballpark across the bay, opponents warn taxpayers are still being asked to take on too much risk. 10 Tampa Bay News reporter Kristen Barbarisi explains what was approved today and what happens next.
The non-binding MOU passed 5-2, but only after heated debate during both the public comment and county board's own discussion. And it's clear there are still a lot of issues to work out before a deal is finalized. Before commissioners spoke, they listened to nearly an hour of public comment, pretty evenly split between support for and opposition to the project.
We do not want our CIT tax money used for the Rays Stadium.
This memorandum of understanding is your chance, your opportunity. Don't miss this opportunity.
The non-binding MOU outlines a proposed $2.3 billion stadium project with roughly $976 million in public funding. County staff pointed out some big differences between the initial Rays proposal and the one before the board today.
We've agreed with the Rays on a 4-year payment schedule for the community investment tax with no bonding. That gets rid of a lot of the complications that we had at the last time that we spoke to you.
But Commissioner Josh Wustel, a vocal opponent of the current financial structure, remained unconvinced.
I'm not asking for your opinion. I have a photographic memory. Thank you very much, Mrs. Mandel.
Questioning county staff about reserve funds, interest costs, and whether the project could limit future upgrades for other Tampa sports teams.
You just told me on Monday, and I hope that you can be honest. What has changed since Monday when you told me that you did believe that it would impair our ability for these future enhancements?
Supporters countered that Tuesday's vote simply keeps negotiations moving while leaving several future votes before any final agreement is approved.
This really can be a transformative project, but it can only be a transformative project if we have a little bit of courage and a little bit of faith.
County officials acknowledge there are still significant issues to work out, including revenue sharing for things like parking and what recourse the city and county would have if the private development doesn't materialize.
However, the MOU is an enormous milestone by establishing the framework to address the remaining issues.
Up next, the Tampa City Council will take up the MOU at its meeting tomorrow. If it passes, the city and county leaders will continue negotiating with the Rays to work to get a finalized deal. Reporting in Tampa, Kristen Barbarisi, 10 Tampa Bay News.
Also this afternoon, Hillsborough College's Board of Trustees approved a long-term ground lease with the Tampa Bay Rays, covering a significant portion of the Dale Mabry campus property. That agreement is subject to contingencies for both parties.